Hey guys, Haddy the creator here, creating something new to share with you. About a month ago, I made this video here, drawing Pokemon, where we drew up all of the red Pokemon. This is kind of a follow-up to that video. Basically, if you didn't see that video, or you don't remember, the art group that I'm in, the Cheese Wizards, we have a goal to draw every single Pokemon that has ever been released, and compile them all into one massive pile-up Pokemon poster. That's a lot of peas. So we're still going strong in this Pokemon endeavor, and in this video we're going to be drawing orange Pokemon. That's why there's so much orange light around. Can you feel the warmth? I was lucky enough to draw 2 of the monkeys. I love the monkey Pokemon. I also got another weird one. So let's jump in and start drawing some Pokemon. So the first Pokemon I am drawing is Monferno. He is the second evolution of Chimchar, little monkey, little fire monkey. It's got a little flame on his head. And Monferno has a flame on his tail, kind of like Charmander. So this is the stage 2. Usually the stage 2s are kind of awkward looking. It's like not quite as cool as the third stage and not quite as cute as the first stage. It's like the awkward preteen acne face stage of these Pokemon, but I'm doing my best to make this Monferno cool still. And I'm kind of putting him in some sort of like karate stance, which he's not really a fighting type. He's a fire type. I should have been emphasizing the fire on his tail, but I just thought it'd be cool, like Bruce Lee. I don't know, monkeys and kung fu just kind of go together, right? So that's what I'm doing for this guy. I'll blaze through it and color him up. To be a good drawer, I think you also have to be a really good planner. And I didn't really plan this guy, I just kind of jumped right into it. And the first sketch is the first thing I drew up. And I think it kind of hurts itself a little bit. I think it could have been a cooler character drawing of this Monferno, but I'm just gonna finish him up because I'm already invested, and let's get on with it. One thing I like to do with these fire characters is take a layer and turn on the color dodge and just bump up the brightness a bit, kind of make the fire bright and reflecting off his face, and just kind of add some fun lighting on him. And I'm not doing anything too crazy. I throw this pink background on just because of, as I've done before, if you watch any of my videos, I usually throw a bright color in the background just so I can fill in all the holes. Sometimes like there's a tooth or some little gap in fur or something, just a little space that didn't fill up with the paint bucket. And with the bright color, it's easy to find those and patch them in. And with that, here is the finished Chimchar. Nothing too crazy, but I'm loosening up, getting into it a little bit, and I think I'll do a little bit better on the next guy. So the next one I'm going to draw is actually the next evolution of this dude. So he's going to be an even cooler monkey, what this guy aspired to be. So this dude's name is Infernape. Obviously a play on Inferno and Ape. Going into this, I didn't want to run into the same problem I just did on the previous Pokemon, where I just draw the first sketch and I'm like, yeah, that works, and just go with it. He's looking a little flat. There's not much personality to him. He's just kind of bleh. So I'm going to scrap this sketch and do a new sketch and throw in some perspective lines and kind of try to get a more dynamic pose, something with some action in it, something you don't see every day, something that you don't look at and say, oh, it's just another Inferno drawing. I probably pulled out some Pokemon game, yeah. I wanted to do something unique. I wanted to do something a little Haddy flavor. So what's he doing? He's doing an elbow drop. What is that called in wrestling? I'm sure it has some cool name. The Weenus Smasher. I don't know why as kids it was so funny to call your elbow a weenus. I actually looked that up on Snopes or some, I don't know, urban legend website or something. But it said it was a lie. Your elbow's not called your weenus. That's just some made up garbage that kids repeated over and over again until, well, I guess if enough people call it a weenus, maybe it is a weenus, you know? Who cares what the dictionary says? Well, anyways, I think it's like a pile driver or something. I don't know. I can't say I ever watched much wrestling. I just watched it to laugh at, and I'm sorry if that's offensive to somebody. It's fake. You know it's fake. They're all actors. That's why it was so easy for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to transition from professional, quotation mark, professional wrestling to acting. Because they already actors. John Cena, same thing. Hulk Hogan, same thing. That dude was in that Three Ninjas movie. Okay, rant over. Getting back into this monkey. I'm actually having a lot of fun with this position. I think it's a fun pose. Kind of jumping up and, I don't know, maybe his tail should have been going the other way because it looks like he has some momentum going towards the left. So if he was flying towards the left, getting ready to drop this elbow of pain onto somebody, his tail should be flailing the other way, but it's all good. Trying to use the square to its full potential. Make it a nice looking picture of this monkey. Make it stand out in the poster a little bit. So yeah, it's kind of a fun pose. I'm not too keen on the feet though. Feet are tough to draw. I don't know why. I should just spend a whole day drawing feet and then I'll probably be a lot better. But how much fun would that be? Who wants to just draw feet all day? Probably the same type of guys that like to look at pictures of them and kiss them. They weirdos. I guess I shouldn't say that because, well, No, it's weird. I tend to stick to the hard black lines just because I think it looks cool. I don't know. Maybe it's the traditional pen and ink in me that I like to draw with so much, just like these thick black lines. But sometimes it's a little overbearing and they take the power away from the drawing, just take all the attention. But for his fire hair, I'm going to do a red outline. I just think that looks cool and it works well. That's something I probably should improve on too, is not relying so much on these thick black outlines. I mean, it's fine to draw them black, but then color them. But it's just a little tedious to color the lines. I guess it's just a style thing, right? Nobody's judging me. I can do what I want. I can have these black lines if I want to have black lines. I'll give you a black eye if you don't like my black lines. Actually, I wouldn't really do that. I'm not a very violent person. But when I am, I do a weenus drop. And that is Infernape. I'm pretty pleased with this guy. I think he turned out really fun. I like his lines, nice clean lines, crisp. He looks pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of like the Iron Monkey or Wukong. You see similar looking characters in a bunch of video games. I think he's like some sort of Chinese folklore or fairy tale, or I don't know, like the American Robin Hood, the Chinese Wukong, Iron Fist, Monkey Man, Iron Monkey. But in this case, it's Infernape. And remember I said I also had a weird one to draw? Well, this one is pretty weird. So Landorus is his name? I think that's how you pronounce it. I guess he has two forms. One of them is a really cool looking cat creature, like a big old tiger. And then there's this weird old clown rider guy. He looks like a ripoff of a Mario character. And I don't even know what this wooden thing is that's coming out of him. I think it's wood. I don't know what it is. It's just weird looking. It looks like an octopus tentacle, and he's got like a big old white log on his head. I just don't really get this character. I have no words for this dude. I can't relate with you, buddy. I don't know who you are or what you are, but I'ma draw you. I'ma draw you as best I can draw you. In a lot of his pictures, he's kind of flexing, so I figured that would be a fun pose to draw. And I thought it would be even more fun to make him like unrealistically ripped, like totally Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime ripped. Muscles bulging out from everywhere, a little bit veiny. So I decided to have fun with this guy, and since I had to draw a weird character, I decided to make him as fun, weird as possible. So this is Ripped Landorus. I'm pretty much done with this guy. I'm just going to throw in some pretty basic colors, pull in a reference image just to get the right colors on him, and color him up really basically, and then I will show you the final. So here we are with the final Landorus. I think he's some sort of genie or something, but I don't know. I still don't know what that wood thing is. If you know what the heck that thing is, can you comment below, because I have no clue. It's just baffling to me. So those are the three that I drew, but I am really excited to show off some of the other Cheese Wizards art. They are really incredible artists, and I just love the different variety and styles that you get with all of them. So without further ado, here is some Pokemon drawn up by the other Cheese Wizards. Cheese Wizards a lot. It's because I really love and respect those guys, and it's been a great community for me. They have really given me the drive and motivation to keep being creative and to keep creating artwork. Because that group is a closed group, I've seen some comments where people are disappointed that they don't have a group like that to go to, or that you wish you could be a part of a community like that. This is precisely the reason why I started the group We the Creators. It's an attempt to create a similar community to what I have over in the Cheese Wizards, but one that you can join. It's free to join so long as you abide by the rules and basically just treat people with respect. So I'm going to keep collaborating with my friends over at the Cheese Wizards, but I am also excited to collaborate with you guys in We the Creators. Remember, we are all creators. Keep on creating. Let's kick comfort in the butt together. It's kind of like my tagline, kick that comfort in the booty. I mean, look at that booty. Can you just imagine the jiggle aftermath of this picture? This has been Haddy the Creator. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you don't mind, please consider sharing this video with a friend or two that likes Pokemon and likes artwork. You got two good things there. This is Haddy the Creator signing out, and I will catch you on the next video.